Hi, Jamie. So I'm so excited to have you. It was literally the best invite guest we could have here because basically we are doing the mentors edition of the WizeFactor Chat. So who better to have
Yeah.
here than the mentor? Um,
Oh, thanks for having me, Claudia.
yeah, very excited. First of all, where are you right now? I can see a beach and it's not a Zoom background.
Yeah. No, no, no. So I live at Lawn, which is on the it's sort of world famous, I guess, the Great Ocean Road here in Victoria in Australia. So this beach is about a 7-minute drive from my house, and that's where I am. Yeah,
And you decided that
lawn.
was your office for the day.
I decided, yeah. So what I often do is I'll grab my laptop. And I'll go for a run and do we've got the daily non-negotiables, so I'll do my exercise. Um, once I've gone for a run, have a coffee, go down, have a swim at the beach, and then yeah, like these days you can be anywhere with the laptop and the phone, the iPhone. So why my thing is, Claudia, why sit in the office all day when you got this?
Totally agree. So I'm so excited because this is perfect scenario to really showcase what Wise is. Wise is all about that and achieving that. So I wanted to ask you some simple
Mm,
questions about you and your firm, and then we'll go with the mentoring side of things. So first of all,
yeah.
let's go start from the very beginning. When did you start your firm? Sky.
Sky Accountants, yeah, about 20 years ago. So yeah, before that I think I had about seven different jobs, and then I just started Sky Accountants from an office. My wife and I got married, bought a tiny little house, and I started Sky Accountants. It was a little bit longer than 20 years ago because I had another job at the time, and just started in the home office, and then I think. I always say my wife kicked me out to the garage. So we had a garage. So I renovated the garage and then I moved I moved out to the garage. And that's how I started, Claudia. Yeah, just with one client. With one client.
One client. So
One client. Yeah.
you started from that client and then you started getting more, but when did it get serious enough for you to say, okay, I'm starting to get challenges here. This is growing, this is going up there. What were the challenges at that time?
Oh, look, the biggest challenges was just no time because I was doing everything. So probably about 7 or 8 years in.
Mm,
And when I was at about like 700,000 in revenue, it just got crazy, and
mm,
and back in those days, Claudia, I did it by brute force. My mentor Ed always talked about brute force, and it was just long hours. And yeah, it was all about mindset because my parents were farmers, and
mm.
they probably worked 7 days a week realistically, and I just thought that I just need to work harder.
Yeah.
But that didn't really work on the long run because at one point in time I got run down, tired, I got sick, and then I ended up in hospital. I got like an inner ear virus from stress. Like stress. A little bit of stress is good in your life to perform well. But
Basi-
stress over the long term, it's terrible. Like it will cause so many things with their health. It's ridiculous. So if anyone's listening to this and you're in stress, don't let it go on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. So
Yeah.
you were through this stress episode, and then you thought about getting a mentor. It was Ed,
Mm,
also one of the wise guys.
yeah, that's
When
right. Yeah.
you
So
met-
so it was a searching journey, Claudia, because I'd had a lot of different coaches and mentors, and but when I met Ed, he was just sort of totally different. Ed was all about more choices in life.
Mhm.
Ed was all about getting a business that isn't like solely reliant on you, and a couple of books that changed Ed life were like The E-Myth by Michael E. Gerber, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. So Ed was an extraordinary guy in the sense that he could read those books and he could apply them to his own firm and life. And so when I met Ed, I was just at a workshop one day. I met Ed and I said, Ed, couple of hours later on email, can you mentor me and help me because I'm struggling? It was it's so good that he said yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Didn't know that that was how it happened. And it's now
Yeah,
that you mentioned that, actually, when you listen to it, you feel like he's quoting a book all the time, but it's just his wisdom pouring out of his mouth.
yeah, yeah.
So,
He
so
never had any coaches or mentors himself, but he read those two books and another book called How to Manage a Professional Service Firm by Michael David Maister.
that's
So Ed read those books and he applied them, and then yeah, and then Ed became my mentor, and after that, my life started changing. Yeah,
wow. So we're going to skip a couple of years then, because I'm very interested to know which click
yeah,
was that happened that you went from needing a mentor,
yeah,
receiving this mentoring for some
yeah,
years, your firm, it transformed your firm, your life. And then you
yeah.
said at some point, I want to be the mentor. I have so many things to share. When was that moment?
Yeah, well, I got mentored by Ed for about 3 years, and then sort of, just exhausted, I guess, his knowledge, and just kept applying the knowledge. And so I'd form new habits. By that time, I'd form new habits. And then, of course, a few years earlier, I'd met Brenton Ward, who's one of our co-founders and is based in Dublin in Ireland. And Wardy, as I call him, Wardy and I got talking, and Wardy knew that I was working with Ed, and then that's probably over 6 years ago now. Brenton and I decided to meet Ed. It was actually on Zoom. I was Wardy and I were in Brisbane, and we called Ed on Zoom. We said, "Hey, look, um, can we take your knowledge and everything that you've taught Jamie and everything that we know because he had his own skills and I had my own knowledge, and so that's about 6 years ago we decided to form Wize Mentoring and then started helping other Claudia. It was only supposed to be accountants just in Australia, but as you know now we've probably got team members from 9 countries, and only yesterday I got like an inquiry from a bookkeeping or accountant in Latvia in where Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
So accounting and bookkeeping is common the world over, and so that's where we are to this day. Yeah,
Yeah, that's very
yeah,
powerful. And we're going for more for all of you
yeah.
watching.
That's
Um,
right. That's right. Yeah,
I actually have a
yeah.
question related to that, because you went from being very stressed out, having not so great moments with your firm, then you went to
That's right.
finding the answers with your mentor,
Yeah.
then went from
Yes.
that to mentoring others. So
Yes.
when you talk to this Jamie from 20, 12 years ago, who
Yeah.
wasn't in this world yet, and you see him
Yes.
all stressed, all or acting by brute force,
Yeah.
which advice would you give to that Jamie back then?
It's a good question. Look, the single best thing you can tell people is to find a coach and find a mentor. It's just priceless because if you think about you're taking someone's consolidating their entire life, right? To put it this way, someone's consolidating their entire life and they're bringing it to you on a silver platter. They're saying, look, these are the roadblocks I hit. These are the setbacks that I had in achieving that goal that I've done. And so the single best advice I would say to people is find a coach, find a mentor so that you can help avoid those roadblocks, so that you can overcome the setbacks and the challenges that, that person's already done.
Yeah,
Learning through others is so powerful. Claudia, it's like, I guess to a degree, it's no different why we spend, the first 20 years of our life at school, isn't it? We go to preschool or prep, we go to elementary school or primary school, then we go to, secondary school. And then, some of us off to university as well. But like even, I did a degree, but my degree didn't teach me anything about growing businesses and doing it sustainably. Like it taught me really not much about that at all. So you got to keep investing in yourself. I think the problem is, Claudia, that we sort of we get busy doing and we stop investing in ourselves. and that's a real trap. If you're not doing self-development, you'll get caught and you'll get caught in a trap.
Yeah.
Mm,
And you won't see the light at the end of the tunnel, which is
that's right.
what
Yeah,
ultimately happens. You turn out to be very pessimistic with your own business and lifestyle.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
everything
And
goes
it
down.
it all becomes overwhelming. You work too many hours. You might make good money, but money's not everything. More choices, freedom, and just the journey. Like just the journey of self-development is a great thing to do. It's a great thing to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And you somehow become rich, but you don't become rich because of money. You become rich of the experience because of this
yeah.
this you
That's
live.
right. Yeah, yeah.
You
I think it's like Jim Rohn says. Like success. You don't. You know. You don't demand success, I guess, or happiness, of whatever you want to say, but you attract it. And Jim Rohn says you attract it by the person you become. And so I think it's important to, Ed always said to me, Jamie, you got to take responsibility for your life. Ed was here and he said, if you asked Ed, what's the number one thing that an individual needs to do? And particularly when you're a business owner, is take responsibility.
mm,
And that's really the first step. You can't blame Claudia, you can't blame the government, you can't blame the weather.
yeah,
You can't blame your staff. It's like a lot of people say to me, "Oh, Jamie, I can't find the right person. I can't find people. Oh, no one's good enough." It's it's actually not true. You got to start with yourself and then help others and develop others. And that's been my experience. Yeah. But it's having the knowledge. Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I have a last question because we are teaching everyone on how to build a business that can run without them to
Hmm.
set themselves free from that business that it's dragging them down. And you've managed to do
Yes.
that. You're actually at the beach working this morning.
That's
So
right.
I want
How
to
like
know what are some
that?
hobbies
Yeah.
you enjoy doing now that you have so much free time?
Oh yeah. Look, that's the amazing part of it. Like when the team and I, Claudia, we work with accountants and bookkeepers, right? And one of the things we say, Claudia, is, if you weren't working, what would you be doing? And a lot of the time, people can't answer it. They go, I don't know.
Oh, work.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what they say. But yeah, look, what I'm doing since I've got my, I guess life back to where I want it to be is, professional sprinting. So even though I'm nearly 53, I sprint all the time. So I run professionally. That's been a great transformation of my life. I do a lot of like landscape gardening. So I've got an excavator. I've got guys' toys, if you like, excavator, an all-terrain vehicle, and I love buying properties over the years and just transforming, making beautiful gardens and just spending more time with my family. So I've got 4 kids, and it's great that I can be there,
Yeah.
anytime I need to be there. If I want to go to Sydney, I can see my daughter in Sydney. I can go to Ballarat, where my kids go to school there as well. So it's just flexibility and more choices. And, perhaps my background today just shows that it's about choices in life. It's about health and fitness. Let's face it, Claudia, if you've ever got your health and fitness, what have you got?
Mm,
You think about it. If you haven't got your health and fitness, what have you got? Like it's pretty tough life without that. So, for me, my health and fitness is a big focus, and that helps me be the leader that I need to be mentally as well. So, staying on top of
right.
my game. So, just because, just because I'm in a different location doesn't mean I'm not helping my team. At Sky
Yeah.
Accountants or Wize Mentoring or any of the other businesses that I might be involved in. It's just about more choices, and so they're some of the hobbies that I love to do. Yeah, yeah. They're my passions, I guess, is sprinting and landscaping and gardening.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that landscaping was a hobby of yours. That's
Oh,
amazing.
absolutely. Yeah, I love doing
You
that. I
have to,
spend a
you
lot of
have to
time.
share some pics in the Wize Mentoring tribe for us
I'll
to
have
see
to for
your
sure.
landscaping abilities. But Jamie,
Absolutely.
I won't
Yeah.
take more time from your beach day. I really enjoyed talking to you and asking all these questions. I hope you had fun too, and I hope that
I
everyone
did.
who sees this is inspired by what you
Yeah,
share with us today. It's very powerful. Actually, we could sit
yeah,
here for hours, but
yeah.
you have things to do. So do I. So, but we would love a part two of this, so we can
Yes.
extend more. But it was great seeing you, Jamie.
Yeah, it was good to catch up with you, Claudia, and thanks for all the work that you do there in our marketing team. You're brilliant. And everyone watching, you need someone like Claudia, but you can't headhunt Claudia, so she's a wise.
No, I'm on the Wise train. Bye, Jamie. Have a great day. Thank
All
you.
right. See ya.